gazing at some of the talent, and they can't get their eyes off of the fucking talent.
Oh,
And,
by the way, we just went live.
oh, okay. It was kind of weird. Some of them were, a little shady. Like I wouldn't take pictures with those guys without like other folks in there watching, witnessing, making sure that motherfucker doesn't try anything.
And
It
officially
does
going
have,
live with 0 viewers, so luckily they missed you there, Carson.
Alright, they're gonna rewatch this shit.
The views might come later. I'm
I was
actually
kind
not,
of wishing that you would.
yeah. I'm not actually doing a share at all on the regular channel tonight. So we'll see if we get any fucking viewers.
Or they can come right now.
Well, they could come right now, but I'm not advertising on my fucking channel.
They,
I did the little bit that I could with just sending it to circles, but yeah, I'm passing tonight.
Should I put a direct link to the Hangout on my feed, or should I put the watch link?
I'd put the watch link
Okay.
because it's full.
Okay.
Yeah. Watch link. I'll post it on the right to the hell of it. There we go.
hey Kevin.
What?
You know what strand I'm working with tonight, homie?
What are you working with?
OG Kush.
Okay.
Don't you be a little bit more supportive than that, Devin?
I'm just really low energy tonight.
What you do all day?
Yeah, I think I kind of dragged him in here.
Oh, did Jackie work you over?
No, I haven't really talked to her all day. I've been cleaning up in my room and doing shit around the house because I have roommates that don't like taking care of anything. I do most of the work around here.
Yeah. Kevin, you should get into modeling, dude. You're fucking handsome.
And you're stoned.
You should get into that shit.
I think you, Kevin, would be perfect in the barely legal section.
I do not look like I'm 18. People think I'm like 27, 28 most of the time.
You be one of my suicide hoes.
How old do I look?
You gotta be like the main
27.
suicide chick, you know? Like Kevin and Neppy are my suicide hoes, but you be the suicide queen.
Yeah.
What am I?
Oh,
You better tell her something good.
And she's gonna want perks because one of the models is her boyfriend. So now she's gonna want perks. So I'm gonna set you up in a nice mansion because he's gonna be like making billions.
I'll say this: going by the blurry interweb picture I'm going with, Queenie looks about maybe early 30s at the most.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm 28.
Yeah, early 30s.
Am I starting to look my age since I lost my baby fat on my face?
I don't know. Like I said, it's incredibly blurry. I'm actually going more by like body movements and.
You know it's adorable. Lee hasn't lost his baby fat.
I have not. No.
Curious how old y'all think I look.
I have yet to grab a beer with Lee.
26.
Okay, I can see late 20s now that you're closer. That you're not blurred and pixelated.
Well, how old?
I know everyone's ages.
Okay, I know Kevin knows my age. How old would you guess I am, guys?
16.
You're like
Alex,
We don't, guys, let's just admit we don't really exist. We're just pixels.
Yeah, Effie, you're like
We're
24.
recreated every time the screen refreshes.
Okay, Alexander's got 24. Anyone else?
I think 25.
Alright, 25 for Jackie.
I wouldn't even go that high. I'd say 22, 23.
Oops.
22. Actually, alright, I am 23. I turned 23 in November.
Alright.
Oh, that's right. You just turned 23. I forgot about that.
Although,
Yeah, you're like half a year younger than me. A little more.
How old do I look?
24.
I'd say about, around 23, 24.
20.
Yeah, 20, just two. Yeah.
Well, You're in college, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Because you're that's one of the things you got to like take into consideration, because it's like, okay, you look so young that it's like, okay, are you in college? Probably.
And how many times have we seen her drinking on a hangout?
Yeah. So
By the way, I
you
would
know.
just like to point out that Kevin will look like this in a few years.
Shut the
Awesome.
fuck up, 13.
That's awesome. No, that's awesome.
What, I don't see the picture. What's it of?
Isaac Newton.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Oh, there we go. Here's the younger version. There we go. There we go.
There's a fucking beautiful man up there.
Well, he's either going to look like Isaac Newton or he's going to look like the lead singer of The Darkness. One or the other.
I believe in a thing called love.
Anyways, I'm 21.
There you go.
Yeah, let's tell you what.
Alright.
I'm way older than Jackie.
I know, she makes me feel old.
You know, oddly enough, she makes me feel old too. I'm
Kevin look like in a powdered wig.
I'm only 5 years older than Jackie.
Oh my god, it's so funny. When I started going into Hangouts, people would always be like, You're over 18, right? We just want to make sure you're over 18.
Yeah, you
right?
gotta be careful these days.
Yeah, you never know what Jason Burns is going to say, so you got to be of age, you know.
You never know if Gmail's gonna ask you if you're a virgin.
Oh yeah, that creepy.
Which is-
I felt so insulted when he asked you that, because he never asked me that.
That's because he didn't want to rape you, probably.
You don't look young enough for him.
You know,
Oh, he asked Prudent. No.
Well, he asked Prudent, yeah, he
Well,
had
Prudent is prudent.
Well, Prudent is one of those Hunter Thompsons, you know, fat young boys that priests like to.
Prudent just screams virgin. At least I don't really scream virgin. You wouldn't guess that.
If Prudent was such an honest ass kid, it would have been hilarious if he was like saying that he wasn't a virgin, because we would have all been like, yeah, we're fucking right. But he's too fucking honest. Like,
No,
Yes.
he just refused to answer the question.
yeah.
Actually, everybody was smart enough to refuse, regardless. But I really think he was basically profiling people at the time.
Yeah, he was basically going after whoever was the youngest in the Hangout, so...
I really wish you would have asked me that, so I would have gave you such a fucking hilarious answer.
Well, all I said, because I was the first one, all I said was, I said something along the lines of, that's an inappropriate question to ask on the on-air Hangout.
Yeah.
Was he asking if other people were virgins?
Yes.
Well, he asked me first, and then he asked Prudent, and then he asked some guy who I've only ever seen in that
Who?
particular Hangout.
Who asked?
Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Let's not talk about G-Man anymore. We're getting
Yeah, it's a good plan.
I actually like the fact that G-Man got the face of YouTube. That's nice.
I'm surprised he actually managed to.
Yeah, I wish Jason Burns could learn that lesson.
He's made a video.
Is Jason Burns still challenging people to formal academic, scholarly academic debates or whatever?
I want to ask.
I'm not sure if he's back yet. Is he back yet?
Oh, he's been back for a while.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
He recently made a video where he's like dancing, and it's the first Jason Burns video I've ever seen more than 2 minutes of.
And you were scarred for life? Is that what you're saying?
Jackie.
It was hilarious.
Jackie, you need to ask Lenny to send you the link to the ketchup video, or I'll find
no.
it.
Oh.
What's the ketchup video?
Because I haven't.
Jason Burns, the one where
I've
he's
heard
spewed
of
ketchup
that.
all over himself.
Oh, yeah, the one side 10.
You're kidding me!
Okay. Hey, got. Two at a time. Remember the rule.
I haven't seen that video yet, and I want to so desperately. I do.
I don't
I
know.
really do.
Do you want to be in catatonia for the rest of your life, or you know?
You know, the funny part is everyone like Biden and Mark or whoever, they all watch his videos to get offended. I can't even get a minute in because he bores the shit out of me.
Me too.
Yeah, isn't that the case?
Yeah, it's like, goddamn, I can't be offended at him because he bores the shit out of me. I'm like,
I swear to God, half his views are blue is blue.
yeah,
So, is the general verdict sleeping pills made manifest, or?
Blue kills me every time I read his comments. I'm like dying of something horrendous he says. Like he's talking about, I hope you die in a fire.
Yeah, that guy quit meth and then he switched to Jason Burns instead.
Yeah, pretty much. Good connection there.
I'm sitting there like reading this stuff with my jaw on the floor, like, oh my god, Blue.
See, I think the real reason that Blue needs to smoke weed like constantly is because without it he would just pop with anger.
You know, I can't even say the same for me. I can't even say the same. I'm so mellow as it is. And then I take this stuff, and I'm like uber mellow.
You are the uber mellow.
When I take it in the car, I am car mellow. When I take it in the marsh, I am marsh mellow.
I should actually officially give a blurb. Hello, welcome to the Insomnia Shuffle, where we talk about whatever the fuck comes to mind and generally don't make much sense because we're all tired. Unlike the older shuffles, these will be staying online. In addition to that, yeah, no fucking rules. Screw it. With the exception of the secret rules, which if you break them, you get your ass kicked the fuck out. And Q&A, as usual, is open. Feel free to ask stupid, bizarre questions or any of that shit. We like giving stupid, bizarre, and irrelevant answers. And if anybody wants to see about getting into the conversation, just mention something in the Q&A and we'll throw Ben and Barry the fuck out.
And for all the sexy mamas out there watching the Insomnia Shuffle and wondering who my name is and what I do here, my name is Alexander Carson. If you are feeling adventurous, check out the Beautiful Reality channel on YouTube.
Because the horror needs all the hits he can get.
Yes, and if you just want to be my baby mom, you can hit me up
Wait,
too.
wait, Carson, let me get this straight, right?
That's up.
Okay. So I'm basically walking away from a 6-year-old channel that I refuse to actually advertise this shit on in general because I'm trying to get a mostly fresh start.
Your connection
So
is
I have like 27 fucking subscribers now, and you're coming here to advertise your shit? Dude, you are so deluded thinking you're gonna get. Come on, of those people, most of them are probably here for you anyway. Let's face it. Oh, and he's gone! Oh, motherfucker.
The internet.
You think he dropped?
The internet attacked him. It happens. Nah.
Oh my.
No, his connection's fucked up. I'm gonna have to give him shit again when he comes back, damn it.
Or he and the internet might have fell asleep at the same time.
Nah. The internet never sleeps. I wish it would.
Never.
The thing is, we've done studies that have shown that if you don't, the longer you go without sleep, the more deranged you become. And whether it's anecdotal or not, that is indeed evidence that the internet really never does sleep.
Yes, that's a good point. Very good point.
Just gotta wait for Carson to get his butt back in here. What's up?
Question for someone who knows the answer. What would it take for the entire internet to go down? Like, what would the cause of that be? I'm just, like, I don't know much about how the entire...
Nuclear war will do it.
Yeah, nuclear strike is what I think.
I was going to go for a meteor the size of Texas.
Well, yeah, that would do it too. Yeah, nuclear strike, meteor from the heavens. You know.
I was going to go with a massive solar flare, but that might not take out the entire internet. It would just take out the side feet of the sun at the time.
Hold on. The thing about the internet, it was actually engineered to basically not go down when shit like that happens. So even if you take out like major routers, like you take out one of the tier 1 networks like level 3 or AT&T's or something like that, the rest of the internet will still be there. You just won't be able to get to major parts of it, and it'll be slower. The internet is an amazingly resilient thing.
So that's what I was thinking. Well, like, wouldn't there be like still like extra internet for like government communications, military communications, even if there was like a nuclear war?
In theory, yeah.
But here's if you take a meteor the size of Texas and you drop it on any area where there is land, there's not going to be any internet left.
Well, there'll be
There's
no
not
one
gonna
to
be
use
much
the
of
internet.
anything.
Exactly. That's why I said, that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
And the internet is made of people.
Yes.
I mean, theoretically, people could survive a nuclear war. A fucking asteroid the size of fucking Texas becoming a meteor and hitting fucking Earth.
Yeah.
Probably no one's gonna live.
I mean, we might get lucky if it hits water.
No.
Tsunami.
It would boil the oceans.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah,
then
maybe
the
it wouldn't
internet.
be.
Everyone on the internet would be like, "It really sucks. We don't have water anymore."
I mean, if any catastrophe that has the potential to actually taking out the internet, losing the internet is the least of our worries.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose the internet, I mean, civilization collapses. It's just we're dependent on it. We're completely dependent.
Oh shit! I can't like something on Facebook now.
No, that's not what I mean. Our society is dependent on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Man, that's how I find pictures, man. I can't, not live without the internet.
Okay, Carson, I got a question. How much of that was me giving you shit for, like, you that actually has subscribers trying to promote on a channel that has, like, none right now?
What did
How much did that get?
I didn't hear most of what you said because my connection started fucking your speech up.
Oh, well, I was giving you shit about, promoting your shit here when I've got, like, 27 subs on this channel.
Get over it. No, I'm just kidding.
All those subs are here to watch you anyway, right?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying to get my weight up. You know what I mean? With the YouTubes, I'm almost to 1,000 subs, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, this channel is 27.
Yeah, man. Bring those 27 folks over to my
Why don't
side.
you bring some of your motherfuckers?
So when you get your podcast up there, Carson, are you going to be like posting it on YouTube, or are you just going to be on different services or whatever?
I'm gonna post it on YouTube as well. I'll probably start a second channel. But for the most part, I'm gonna try to see if I can get it on iTunes and Stitcher.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use a software called Spreaker, and I do have some connections. I was talking about Emery and Heather Henderson. That I talked to them a few times on Twitter, and hopefully sometime down in the future we can get some things going where I can connect and get with them, or something like that. It'll be nice, But even if that didn't happen, I'll have my own connections where sponsors and stuff like that shouldn't be a big deal.
Right on.
Yeah.
When you get it up, I'll pimp you out for what it's worth.
That's what's up. I need to get.
Is this for your rap career or for your comedy career?
This would be both, actually. I mean, it's just going to be me as a person, a personality on the internet.
You know who was really good at merging comedy and his rap career together?
Who?
Biz Markie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in an era where he pretty much didn't have much options but to do that. If I was
Yeah. Everyone always loved him growing up, but to me he was just a friend.
Okay.
That was so lame, I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, baby!
Carson, stop singing for a minute.
Alright.
Anyway, we have a new entry, and not sure where they got the link from. Hello, Tessa.
Who joined?
Can you speak?
She might have to unmute herself.
Yes, she might have to.
I am Benny, no speak.
Okay, I'm sorry. Insomnia Shuffle rules.
Hi.
This button is applied to you.
Bye, J-Dubs. Yeah, you wouldn't.
No, actually,
Actually,
he might not be.
Well, that's terrible because she looked very attractive.
Don't care. If you cannot speak, you get ejected unless you're Benaberry. And
it is cold but
Benaberry
fair.
gets kicked the fuck out too.
Or
it's
me.
cold but fair.
Wait a minute.
Benaberry's.
well,
Yeah.
there's a few people who
We had
can't speak.
we had one guy who was completely silent and a girl who was completely silent. They could have made a good couple.
You're assuming they're heteronormative, shitlord.
I'm curious. I am really curious how he got the link, though.
I am as well, but who gives a fuck?
Oh, baby, you.
Yeah, but I took a quick look at the account. I'm like, okay, only activity is we have a profile picture being added today. Goodbye.
Yeah, fuck that shit and all that shit. I had someone who commented on the video of mine a couple of months ago, and it's one of the videos. It's an old video. It's one of the videos where I start off and I said, you know, so I was staring at my magnificent penis, and I was wondering, you know, I started the video just like that. That was the opening line.
It's always about your penis, dude.
This guy.
You give a shit for always making it about your penis when you always make it about your penis.
It is magnificent. What do you expect? Anyway, that was one of the lines in the video. And the guy, some random ass person was like, "Can I see your magnificent penis?" And I'm like, "Okay, let me investigate who said that, because that was kind of weird." But I understand why they would say that. So I look in the profile, nothing. That was literally the first thing ever, and the only thing that this person has ever contributed on fucking YouTube. It was very creepy.
Well, you know what you got to do, Carson. You just have to advertise a limbo contest and just get it over with. You know, you can get all the takers.
Benny, you're giving feedback. Mute your silly self.
I still get random comments on my older videos with people with gender confusion. They're all like, "Are you a guy or a girl?" And I'm like, "Yes."
I've actually had that question to me once on YouTube, which was fucking strange.
But you're totally manly.
If I'm a woman, if I look like a woman, I am one ugly bitch.
I've never been questioned about that.
There's nothing about me that says woman. Like, honestly.
I really hate to drop this ball, but yeah, you know. Okay, offensive way. There are some lesbian circles who would probably adopt you as one of their own. Was that homophobic? I wasn't sure.
You motherfucker.
Well, there is that in the news a couple months ago. There was that Muslim woman who has facial hair or whatever.
Oh, geez.
No, sheik.
What?
She's a sheik, not a Muslim.
Oh, okay.
She'd be a deacon.
Wait, a Sikh, you mean?
Oh yeah, sorry, a Sikh. My bad.
Yeah, I know the spelling, but it's actually Sikh.
Although she did look chic.
Yeah, a sheik should be a ruler instead of
Yeah, Sikh.
Okay.
The religion is Sikh.
All right.
She'd be a deacon in my church. A high prophetess.
I need to figure out how to open up a Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster in my community.
Yeah, man.
You need a lot of noodles.
No.
Well, of course, we're going to have spaghetti every Friday.
No. You need a pirate ship.
Yeah. Pirate ship, son.
On every Friday as a Pastafari, and you're supposed to dress as a pirate.
Yes.
For shiggity, for sure.
Well,
spaghetti is the holy food. Pirate garb is the holy dress. Yeah. Fridays are the holy day.
A lot of pirates eating pasta up in this bitch. Yeah.
Is there a lot of sex going on?
Don't dog on my religion. I'm ordained, motherfucker. I will wreck your shit with my divine knowledge of the flying spaghetti monster and his noodly appendage. You want to take me, dog?
Ramen.
That's kind of sexy right there. I like
ramen.
Eat the noodly flesh, drink the tomatoey blood.
Oh my
Keep
god.
boiled for your sins.
Dude, it's marinara. What are you talking about?
That is quite sexy.
Come on, get it straight, man. I will have you know that right behind me, amongst the other holy texts, here we go.
Is that the Rick James Holy Bible?
No, dude, it's the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Oh, nice.
I used to have a copy. I gave it to my brother like an idiot.
You forgot to wipe the jizz off the cover of your book.
Yeah, I know what the fuck that is, man. I gotta do something about that. It feels like something I was fixing the walls with.
Look like GIS to me.
Sorry. Carson, what doesn't?
It's a good question.
Wait. The thing is, do you know why it is so often online that Carson can be found in a room full of white people? They all look like jizz to him.
Now, whenever Carson says I look like I'm sexy, I sort of take a different connotation from that. It's like that's kind of weird.
Okay, wait. And just in case somebody ends up watching this to see if they can make a comment like they did the other day. Hello, Alex. Mr. Button, how are you doing today? That you just passed there is the timestamp you were looking for.
What happened?
Oh, he was saying that we're all telling racist jokes.
But what sort of procedure would I have to go through in my city if I wanted to petition that I should be able to open a Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
All you need to do really is build it and get a number of congregants. That's pretty much it. Or you could just do what everyone else does. Or you could do what every other spiritual weirdo does from Unitarian Universalist Church.
Listen, hear me out when I say this. Hear me out because I'm really good at marketing and shit.
Okay.
If you could convince Oprah Winfrey to do a duet with Ricky Martin, She Bangs, downtown of whatever major city in your state, that's how you'll do it. And it won't cost much. I mean, you might have to pay off or something.
I'm so confused right now.
I want to open a Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster in my city, but I don't know what sort of procedure I have to go. I don't know what you're talking about either.
The fuck
well, you could always, here's my piece of advice. Open up a Unitarian Universalist Church and then bring Flying Spaghetti worshippers in. You'll be set.
Or you could do a holographic Rick James concert at a school auditorium.
You think I could start a Kickstarter to open a Pastafarian church or something?
Yes, you probably could.
Probably.
And they would probably be successful, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I mean, they did the whole colander on top of the head for the driver's license thing.
I'm still trying to figure out how to register my ordainment certificate, though.
Can't you get those for free online?
For a Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, you have to pay $20, but that is for the certificate and to have it sent to you.
Well, you could be. Could you not become a dudist, like Church of the Big Lebowski, and then transfer that over?
No, I'm already ordained in the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. I just got to get my certificate registered so I could perform weddings. But when I went to the courthouse, I couldn't figure out where the fuck to do that at.
All right.
I would love to be. If I had to choose one faux religion to be part of, it would definitely be Dudism.
I am an actual ordained minister in the Church of Dudism.
I am a.
Wait, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Is it a requirement that all clergy who are a part of Dudism have to fucking hate the Eagles?
You have to hate the fucking Eagles. I'm sorry, sir. If you like the Eagles, even one song, you cannot be in it.
That honestly does sound like my kind of religion. I fucking hate the Eagles.
Well, there you go, sir. You are a prime candidate for Dudism.
I am like one of the last members of the Church of Joe Pesci. I'm like the only Pesciist around these days.
Do I look like a clown to you, motherfucker? Do I make you laugh?
Why, you fucking Jew ass, you fucking Jew.
You motherfucker, you!
You Jew motherfucker.
So you think a Kickstarter would be successful if I wanted to, open my own church?
That's what's
Honestly, it probably would.
I think it would. And, if you can just send a letter to Whoopi Goldberg out in the View, that would help also with the Kickstarter.
And of course, as long as your Kickstarter, offered good perks for people who gave money to it, hell yes.
What sort of perks should I give? What could I give as perks?
Ordain them, send them a T-shirt, shit like that. I mean, it flies. It really does. It really flies for fucking Kickstarters.
You could also have sex with them, apparently.
No.
What? No.
No.
Hey,
For Kickstarter, no, you can't do that. That's prostitution.
gamer.
Yeah, that's different than Kickstarters. Yeah.
I was thinking of what can I do for my congregates, that kind of thing.
No.
Or congregates.
I could perform weddings, I guess. Like, I could perform your wedding as part of a perk or something.
That would be a good one. You know, like donate $50, we will perform your wedding.
I'm actually still ordained. Like, you know, I can marry people.
My wife's not about
Like, can you imagine hiring me to do your wedding? Like,
If you're ordained and you can do weddings, you could totally do my wedding.
Okay.
I could totally do your wedding.
Actually, if we can take a quick break from this since it's come up, I would like to read a passage from the Gospel, if you don't mind.
Before you do that, can I say hi to one of my favorites of all times? Hi, Mr. Mowdy.
No, you can't.
I love you, Mowdy.
Love you too.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, all right.
Okay, now for my Gospel reading. The first day. Then the FSM, Flying Spaghetti Monster, that is, for those of you that are less enlightened, said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And the FSM adjusted his woolly eye stalks and saw that the light was good. And the FSM divided the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness he called night, or prime time. So the evening and the morning were the first day.
I'm no expert, but I'm just saying that sound plagiarized, brother.
Okay, let's move on to the second day, the firmament. The FSM was the second day, the firmament. The FSM was flying, and he couldn't tread water for very long, so he said, "Let there be firmament in the midst of the waters. Let the firmament form coves. One day prove safe harbor for pirates." No, wait, firmament is a stupid word. Let it be called land, since firmament ho sounds even stupider than just plain firmament. And let this land divide the waters from the waters, and let there be a volcano to spew forth beer, which seems like a benevolent idea. And the volcano spewed forth beer, and he tasted it, and declared it to be quite good. So the evening and the morning were the second day.
Nice.
I'm not going to keep on from there, but once you get to the fifth day, that's when the Big Bang happens.
Oh.
Yes.
So the Big Bang, as we were led to believe, was not as important as we thought it was.
Oh no, much more important. He wasn't making this world. He was making, his world with all the stripper factories and beer volcanoes.
Oh, that son of a bitch! He invited us all.
Yeah, and the first people made were the midgets because they are the sacred ones.
Fuck.
The reason why they're short is because there's more noodly appendages holding them down.
Was this before or after he made Uranus?
No, he made my anus much later.
Well, I feel good. All those midgets who died from the original cast of The Wizard of Oz are all in spaghetti heaven right now.
Oh my god.
Yep. They are the sacred people in the. Of course, then you have the pirates, and then those, of course, are the greatest emissaries of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
That is fucking messed up.
Yeah.
Hey, Christopher Mowdy. Hey, Mowdy.
Listen. What's up?
Yeah.
I am fucking stoned as shit, man.
Oh yeah, how's that feel? I have no idea what that feels like. Can you explain that to me, please, as a noob?
Yes, I totally could. So how I'm feeling right now, I feel like I am sitting inside of a box, and that this box is tumbling slowly into zero gravity atmosphere, and my brain feels like it's connected to a circuit board.
Well, what's the square root of the room?
I will say maybe 4 by 7.
And my next question is, would you rather walk to school or eat with one?
I probably can't do neither at the moment, being that I am quite incapacitated.
Hey man, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Oh, that's dope. I like that.
Incidentally, I would like to point out, however, that Chris has picked up a new skill. He is now able to channel the dead. But only George Carlin.
Oh, yeah?
I thought that was WC.
You better do that shit.
I think Carlin used it as well, but you're right, it was, I believe, originally WC skills. You're right. Thanks for calling me out on that. Incidentally, we have had a couple comments in, and I'm going to be ignoring all of them because if you want us to see comments while we're in the Hangout, you use the damn Q&A. Oh, that includes if you want to join. Incidentally, welcome to the Shuffle. The new shuffles are not taken offline after they are over and done with, like the old ones were. These suckers stay up, so haha, tough shit. And secondary news, once again, there are no rules other than the secret rules, and if you break them, haha, you get ejected. Anyway, guys.
What's the secret rule?
You'll find out.
You will eventually find out.
What if I break it on accident?
Well,
nah, you're fine.
Well, then you'll know for next time.
Okay, well that's fucked up.
Well, okay, there are several secret rules.
Fucked up.
Not all of them involve you getting kicked out. Only some of them. There are other rules that we don't speak of.
That is true, but the whole thing with theology being off the table, not as much more. I've kind of dropped that one for now.
I love you all.
Oh, good, because I didn't want to get booted for talking about the flying spaghetti monster.
No. Theology we can discuss theology now, up until the point that it annoys me. At which point you get kicked out, and then you get warned to stop.
Oh.
I do warn you about 3 minutes after kicking.
You know, when I was a Christian,
What's your community anyway?
When I was a Christian and I first encountered that argument with the fluster, it was with a phone call. A cousin of mine who was already atheist. I swore up and down I thought the guy said flying lesbian monster.
Where's your head?
Yeah, I was
Never mind, we already know.
Yeah. I thought he said flying lesbian monster, and I started laughing, and I ended up pissing him off. But yeah, it was a great image, though.
Shortly after I first heard about the whole flying spaghetti monster thing, it was back when I was dealing on my main channel with the subject of Scientology, and going through their texts and helping educate the anons who were protesting, so they would look like complete fucking retards. And when these little Scientologists comes in to start a fight, and they're like, "We're the fastest growing religion." I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that'd be the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster. They went from one schmuck sitting in his basement writing a complaint letter that was a little bit of a parody to 10,000 over the course of a year. They win. That's 10,000% growth.
I think even Oprah's religion would.
Can I say this on air?
One.
I want to say something, and this may not be politically correct, but of all fucking religions you're gonna join, if you join the Church of Scientology, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I have to just say that. You're a goddamn...
No, I'm sorry. I can't allow you in. You have to keep in mind that you're messing with people's mess. You have to worry about creating an N-theta environment when we all don't want anything but theta.
Out ethics.
This guy's interpolating me. I don't like it.
I know, he's clearly out ethics.
He's an SP. Somebody's an SP.
He's suppressing all of the...
P13. I need a new copy of the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Should I get a paperback or hardback?
Honestly, I have hardback and paperback.
Get a bareback.
I gave the paperback to my kid, and she lost it, and the hardback still exists, so I don't know. The hardback's a little bit cheap, but it does have that little dangly ribbon so you can mark your pages, so I'd probably go the hardback.
Always go hardback. I mean, it just makes your bookcase look better.
Weird page marker ribbony thing, like real gospel Bibles and crap do. It's kind of
real
cool.
solid book that you can hit somebody with and hurt them.
Yeah, if you go bareback, that's when you get a book with nothing on it. Here's
not so much. Not so much. It doesn't hurt that much. This one, it's up a lot harder.
Oh, the hardback isn't on Prime. I'll get the paperback.
Mowdy, I think they missed my joke, man. It was brilliant.
Okay. I point out this book thumps a lot harder.
Yeah. I want to try my joke again because I feel like that was a brilliant.
I thought it was funny, Carson. I was just away from my computer.
I just gotta say,
I love the fact that
I just gotta point out this one does not thump quite as hard, but it still thumps a little bit harder than the Gospel of Flying Spaghetti Monster. Ow!
That's what she said.
what?
Yeah, my joke was, I said, you go bareback, that's when you get a book with nothing on it. That's brilliant.
No, we heard it. We were just pretending it didn't happen because we were waiting for a joke that actually worked.
Yeah, I gotta agree that wasn't that
you
good.
motherfuckers.
I know we're all racist.
I mean, when you're trying for the whole piercing humor thing, you need to make sure that you're really... I'm not finishing that sentence.
You want to get into Pearson stories? Because I got you.
I think the phrase is, it didn't land.
Okay. I got it.
I was going to say it didn't come to fruition, but okay.
I got it. I get it. I didn't think it was funny. It's cool.
And to be totally explicit about it, you suck.
Oh, you bastard.
And this from one of the nicest guys on the internet.
Oh, shit. Impossible. No offense. With all due respect, that was the stupidest joke I've ever heard.
Holy fuck, there's no bread being buttered here. Holy shit.
And you know, once again, this is from Chris, the nicest guy on the internet. And if you want to argue that, have you met the rest of the people on the internet?
Some of them.
God.
And by that, I mean...
It's a low fucking bar.
All of my heart. But if I could kill you, stab a hole in you, and bang that hole, I would.
And still the nicest guy in the internet.
You know, it's kind of an honor in a way, because I'm the first one to get Mouty like that now.
No, you're not. Not even close.
Forget buttered bread. That loaf hasn't even been baked yet, for fuck's sakes.
Hello.
About baked? Someone's baked.
I'm gonna pack another bowl talking about someone's baked. I'm about to get baked some more.
Uh-oh, Carson's about
All
to
right.
get stupid.
You have
I ordered a paperback because it's cheaper ultimately.
I'm about to get stupid in the hippity hopping in the pot.
Well, you might not be able to knock someone out with it, but you could definitely slap someone with it very hard.
I've heard this before. I've heard this.
No, we're talking about books, not your dick.
Oh,
Have you ever used a book to burn someone in effigy? It's quite effective.
I could knock somebody out with my dick.
Much respect.
No, 13, no, just don't even.
Oh no.
Cut it the fuck out. Would you knock it off?
What is the make the camera too much for you?
Oh, fucking God.
Okay. Easy
You
mark.
might want to hold off on that other bowl, Carson, just saying.
Oh, it's too late. It's burning right now.
Calm down. Calm down, buddy. It's okay.
Too late. Too late.
Center yourself and feel his noodly appendage upon you.
We do have
Inside
Radiating
you.
calmness.
we do have one opening, and if anyone would like to join, you're welcome to request it in the Q&A, and I will most likely ignore you. No, ignore you. That's where I'm looking.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Gallery. No, nobody's actually said anyone's name 3 times.
Quiet,
yeah,
Gallery.
Oh, wait, I don't want to say his name.
That's one.
Damn it.
Call him Peanut Gallery. Call him Peanut Gallery. Or Pasty Gallery, if you prefer.
This,
Wait, who are we talking about now?
PD.
No, we're not talking about anyone.
We're talking
We're not
about
talking about
PD.
anyone.
Bait not taken. Rose,
Sorry.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
This is a very important question. Now, I've been raising 2 dogs here, and they're almost at the right size to feed to the dragon. That I have hidden in my garage, and I just heard your dragon. What size dogs do you feed your dragon?
They're a little bit larger than yours.
Okay. So you figure I should wait a little longer then, I guess.
Okay,
Give them a couple of months.
Let's go get you that medicine, buddy. That would be one of the reactions I get, like if I was doing that. They're like, if someone comes up to me and they say, yeah, what size dog you feed a dragon? I'll go, okay, let's go get you that, let's go get you those medicines. Let's get you comfortable.
Okay, folks. Have we gotten most of the silly out of our systems? Are we ready to get serious review?
Yes.
I don't know if I could do super cereal, bro.
Yes. Just a little cereal, but not so cereal.
Super cereal, yeah.
But you can be a little cereal if you want to be a little cereal.
Man, bear, pig. I'm super cereal.
Queenie.
What?
Walk the floor?
To do what?
Testing grounds.
Testing
Come on, bring it together.
For which of my half-baked schemes?
Well, which half-baked scheme were you talking about wanting to spend some time mulling over earlier?
Oh, the stigma thing?
Yeah.
I was just thinking. Well, what? Like, what kind of video I would do?
Well, basically, there are varied stigmas we deal with over the course of just dealing with each other and our regular daily walk of life through, just basic human culture.
It's so cereal.
Now, shut up. Now, one of the stigmas is that pertaining to minorities. Another one is dealing to things like mental illness and this and that, and as well as simply things as stupid as what job you work.
It's real cereal.
As well as whether you're a pothead or not, Carson. Now, here's a question for the panel. What kind of stigmas have you dealt with that have been kind of imposed on you by culture? In terms of stigmas that you've kind of fallen for at some point, in terms of the way that you view a group of people, or that's been kind of inflicted on you?
Yeah. 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 Wait, I know what I want to say, but I don't know if I want to go the funny route or.
No, let's actually play it to the caller for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We do this sometimes when you're not too high.
Yeah, I know. Well, I get the reaction. I guess is appropriate, but see this young black dude. He's a rapper with a huge cock and smokes weed, and I just so happen to fit that description.
Okay, Carson, get the fuck out the room. Chris, I'm gonna bounce to the other side of the room.
I wanted to finish my statement, man. Finish my statement.
Well, calm down a little first, man.
Okay, I'm down.
Dial it down. I don't want marshmallow or anything, dude.
I'm down.
Have it in your hands for the next couple minutes while I talk.
Okay. Alright.
So, as far as stigmas that have been, or experience with stigmas, I remember one really innocent stigma. I lived in Los Angeles for a very short period of time when I was like 18 years old. And this is in 1989 where like hair metal was really popular. And I gave into that like look and vibe, and I wanted to be a Fred bass player. And I literally remember walking towards Venice Beach. Me and a bunch of friends were walking across the street, and I could hear somebody literally say, "Rockers." So that's a very super innocent form of that, right? Another more serious form is
Chris, adjust your mic.
I can't.
Okay. We'll cope then.
Is it so shitty you can't understand me?
It's a little bit off. I don't know if it's too close, too far, or what, but it's very tin-canny for the moment. That's all.
All right. Throw it to somebody else. I have earbuds that I could use.
Okay. Jackie, you okay with this one, or shall we keep going down the line?
Wait, what's going on? I went AFK.
Okay, we're on the topic of varied stigmas that that people have had to either deal with or actually kind of succumb to over the course of their lives.
Oh, you mean like stereotypes or what?
Yeah. Yes, cultural stigmas, also known in some cases as stereotypes.
Well,
just because of a snap judgment.
Well, I have a couple examples. I grew up in a very Asian community. I was actually a minority in my community, and one of the things was, all the white girls had, the stuck-up attitudes and stuff, and no one wanted to deal with the white girls. So, that's something I had to deal with. But not like I didn't succumb to it, but like something I had to deal with. And then so I guess you could say I dealt with a slight amount of racism-ish. And then there was high school where, we were the art kids, because I went to an art high school, and every department, because there were different conservatories, had their stereotype. Like, the film kids were like very hipster-like, and the dance kids were like, I don't know, they came from wealthy backgrounds, and the writer kids were like geeky and nerdy and crap like that. And, the theater kids, everyone knows this theater kid stereotype. And, I was a film kid. And I kind of fell into it. I became kind of a hipster. And, I became that art kid with the dyed hair and the dressing all cool and listening to music no one else has ever heard of.
Holy fuck, I really am a hipster, am I?
I don't know. Can that answer the question?
Yeah, it's all good. All good. Kevin, you got one for us, or shall we pass the torch?
I can't think of a really good answer for this.
I have a good one. My my ex was Asian, more Americanized and everything, but her mom was very traditional, and was racist, was quite racist with me. Thought I would do everything in the big black racist book of what black men do. Like she thought I would knock her up and leave her and not help her with the child and shit like that. And her sister said some bogus shit to me once about I'm not gonna try to just be her quote unquote baby daddy. Shit like that. It hurt the fuck out of me. So yeah, I've been through it a few times.
Yeah, I can actually respond to that. My ex is Mexican and Bolivian, and he has a very traditional mom who just hated my guts.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she would wonder why he was dating me because I wasn't a complete human, like I wasn't whole. And I was, I'm a white girl. I'm not a pretty Latina or something like that. Like, she just hated me.
Yeah.
And called me ugly and fat and a bitch and all the words in the book.
Yeah,
in Spanish. In Spanish, mind you.
It gets bad like that. It really does.
Yeah.
Let's pass the mic. Lee.
I can think of one thing actually. I guess I dealt with a little bit of stigma while dating my ex. Not my ex was Filipino, but it wasn't in regard to the race thing, it was in regard to the age thing, because when, at the beginning of our relationship, I was 18 and she was 15, so people at school would call, even though, I mean, there's only two and a half years difference between us. I'm getting feedback from someone, by the way. Hello?
Hopefully it's not me again. I was having that issue earlier when I got the switch headset.
But anyway, people would like call me pedophile and stupid shit like that at school, and yeah, it was kind of obnoxious.
Okay, passing the talking stick to Lee now.
I don't know if I can really speak
Rose.
much to that sort of thing.
Sorry.
Like where I've brought up is sad to say that as it is, it's probably like the most safest, nicest fucking piece of earth, you know, like. But I mean, there is a sort of a stereotype here because it's a very rural place, and most of the work I've done, people sort of lump me into the dumb redneck sort of stereotype, I guess. I think that might connect a bit. But honestly, I've never really encountered too much of that shit. Like, I mean, taking me for granted to be some sort of dumb redneck who does manual labor or shit like that. I can't really speak to that as much as some people can, I guess.
Actually, I just got a request to join. I'm going to let them in, and I'm going to ask everyone to play nice. Please.
Okay.
There you go. There you go, G-Man. Your invite has been sent. Now, what we're talking about is stigmas, stereotypes, shit that people have been subjected to. Now, in my case, when I was quite young, I ended up going and doing the whole psych ward thing. Now, in my case, part of it was simply that my parents didn't know how to deal with me, and the other part was, hi, I'm bipolar, how are you? And the stigma, the stereotype, so to speak, that chases around a lot of people with very different forms of mental illness, etc., is one in which we're depicted as being lazy, but there's nothing really wrong with us, it's all in our head, and that our problems aren't legitimate, and all these kind of things. But even more so, there was a time period in the 80s, actually, when everyone was sitting here shrinking. The response to, oh, I'm bipolar was, oh, you're bipolar? My so-and-so is bipolar, yada, yada, yada. And it was great. For like a solid, 6-7 years, it was accepted, it was fine. And then it went back to the bullshit. And now it's at the point that in lieu of using the word crazy, people use, oh, they're just bipolar. Which is actually one of the reasons you can actually get thrown the fuck out of here. Because replacing, well, yeah, you're crazy with, you're bipolar or something, man, you're going to get your ass thrown out because fuck off. And this is the thing, it's like the minimalization of mental illness. This was, when I was dealing with Scientology, one of the things I fought against. And technically one of the reasons why I got involved, incidentally, G, if you're listening, I sent you the link via G+, you should find it in there. In any case, so this was something I dealt with a lot. And it's kind of a bitch. It really is.
Well, that's
in terms of Scientology, there's this huge anti-psychiatry movement that's going around, there's no such thing as mental disorders and all this other crap, and yeah, that pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, actually I'd say that's something I do see here a lot where I live in Nova Scotia, where it's very rural, so it's probably, you could equate it to some rural places in the U.S. Where something like mental illness it's not accepted. It's treated like, oh, you're a pussy, or you're a faggot, or something like that. Yeah, like grow up, or oh, get over it, and shit like that. Like I see that attitude a lot around here still. So.
I think I'm gonna steal Kevin and we're gonna head out.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Kevin already said he was tired. You're gonna wear that boy out. Christ.
He's working hard on it, I'll give you that much.
Oh, take care, Kevin. I hope you survive, brother.
Sorry, half the hangout seems to have left.
I'm not too worried about it. We can always have more people added in. I can share the link on the main thing if I need to. I'm not too worried about it.
Maybe we'll be back later.
Yeah, maybe we'll be back.
Well, you just go and do what you do.
Have fun. Have fun, kids.
But on the notes of additional stigmas. Now, granted. Oh, hang on. Ah, damn it! I was gonna say fuck the three of you, but okay. In any case, my ex-wife, when I first met her. Now, granted, she has issues much deeper than mine, but I'm going to leave that on the wayside. When I first met her, now it's not that she's stupid. That's not where I'm going. But she's got issues. That's not necessarily one of them. But her communication skills were very poor. And because of this, everywhere we go, I watched people judging her and treating her in a certain way because her communication skills weren't on par with, a lot of people. So people were responding accordingly, and I spent a couple of years trying to help her build up her communication skills because people judge you based by the way that you talk. I mean, let me turn off my camera for a second. People judge you a lot just simply based upon the way you speak and present yourself. If you're unable to present yourself eloquently, people will just jump to all kinds of assumptions.
Yeah, no, that's true. Very true.
But there are all these different things that people end up judging each other for, and whether it's prejudicial or what have you, it's there, and it always is going to be there. And
well, I've dealt with the...
Go for it, Rainey.
Oh, I've dealt with the whole, you're lazy, it's all in your head, grow up, get over it, sort of thing. But with schizophrenia, it's also that people think that you're dangerous. I've had neighbors tell members of my family that I shouldn't be allowed around their children. The children in my family. I've been threatened by people I know and people I didn't know. I've been told plenty of times that I'm just worthless, and it really hurts.
Yeah, people really don't understand mental illness at all. They really don't. It seems like a blanket statement, but I've seen too many examples where it's happened where people just really don't fucking get it, and they just fall back on prejudice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there are some things, whether it be homosexuality, for example, or the color of your skin, or varied mental conditions, that there's nothing people can do about it. So that makes it harder with these kind of social stereotypes that we have to deal with. There are others, like, for example, in the case of the linguistic skills, we'll just say, of my ex-wife. These are things that you can at least work on, and then you won't get judged for it. It kind of sucks if you have to, but it's just kind of the way society is, and I don't necessarily think that that's right, but it's there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit that's not right in society, how you treat people. I think a lot of it has to do with, how you interact with strangers, where you're never going to see them again, so you prejudge them on what they say and what they do, and there's no consequences. You basically move on. You never see these people again, so, that guy was a retard, that guy was a redneck, that guy was a faggot, that guy was this and that. And
look, she's a blonde. This guy's a blonde. This guy's a put in racial epitaph here.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's wrong. I mean, when I catch myself fucking doing it, I feel bad. But it is a reality of society. It really is. I mean, and especially now where we have 7 billion people or more in the fucking world, where you're just basically you're in a world of strangers. There's no real small town communities so much anymore where everyone knows everyone. Not that that's necessarily a fucking positive, but
There are plenty of them in Alaska.
well, okay, there you go. But I mean, for the most part, it really isn't that way anymore, and you don't like this is a world where you don't even really have neighbors anymore that you know. Like, it's definitely a different cultural shock from, like, say, the 1950s, where you probably knew all your neighbors, for better or worse, but you probably knew them. Now you don't know your neighbors, and maybe you don't even fucking talk to them anymore.
But the thing that's not really mentioned about the 50s is one of the real differences back then is that people had clustered so much into little communities where everyone was so much the same, you know, the same mindset. Just so many similarities that it made that easier. You didn't have the kind of diversity. There wasn't that level of needing to understand.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the 50s were awesome, because I don't think they were, honestly. But there is, I mean, there are some things about the 50s, like a sense of community and stuff, where you knew the people around you, that I think are valid. But Leave It to Beaver and all that bullshit, like, no, that stuff's crap. But
Hey, Tanya, good to see you.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
Hello.
Good. How are you doing?
We've shifted gears and got to a somewhat serious part of the show. We're talking about things like stereotypes and the way we prejudge each other and the varied stigmas that are held by society and how we've had to interact with them and what we see of them and what have you.
Ah, I see.
We got
It's a
serious.
good topic.
45.
Yep, there's definitely a lot of that going around. I guess always will, probably.
Well,
13 posed that question to Tanya about the stigma thing.
Actually, I want to go a slightly different route. If you'll indulge me and don't mind me putting you on the spot for a moment, if you are able to really talk at the moment.
Sure.
You went through your, I want to call it deconversion process, and you went from the, so to speak, Christian to the atheist and what have you. And I'm sure that there are plenty of people on your list that have judged you or treated you a certain way and basically stigmatized you based upon each of those two labels. And would you be comfortable talking to that for a moment? Or?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know about it?
I don't. What kind of stigmas did you really have to deal with under each of those two labels, so to speak?
Oh gosh. You know what? Honestly, pretty much the same, almost identical, but just different. How do I explain this?
Sides of the fence.
Like you're judged, like no matter what. Like as a Christian, I was judged for not being Christian enough, and then for atheism, I ran into that as well, where people have done that to me. I don't know if that's a stigma or whatever, but I guess I don't know. Is it, or am I not talking about the right thing?
Did you have atheists doubt you about your atheism?
Oh yeah, I still do. Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot, but yeah, a little bit. But it's very cliquey, I've noticed. You know,
it really is, especially
that,
on YouTube. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
I think a lot of stigmas come in from almost a clickiness. I think that's almost a good way to put it, actually.
Yeah.
I'm glad that was brought up because it was something that hadn't occurred to me until you said it. Because it's always, whoever we think we are, that magical word we, whatever the heck that actually means, versus whoever them is in big quotation marks and all capital letters and old italics underlined and a little bit of, Comic Sans script or some weirdness like that.
Yeah, because you get these people who are in the great debate thing on whatever fucking side, and they're very intensely interested in drawing fucking lines on who's on their side and who's against them, and I mean, you see a lot of that shit, like just people, like even with people who, you know, identify themselves as Christians, and you have other Christians fucking shitting on them. Like you see people going after Fiona and Epi and people like that. Like, you're not a real fucking Christian because you're Catholic or whatever. Like, it's
because they have these prejudicial views of whatever that tag means.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we go through our lives of, you know, people sitting there putting tags on our toes until it becomes hard to walk with all the weight.
Yeah. Didn't we evolve the us versus them thing as a survival mechanism? I'm talking about like in-group, out-group mechanics in terms of survival, in order to quickly assess whether or not whatever is approaching you as a threat. Is it like me or is it not like me? If it's not like me, it's probably a threat, though. So kill it.
That's
in terms of primal brain,
that's totally valid. It is totally valid. I mean, probably that goes back to our ancestors encountering Neanderthals, for fuck's sakes. I mean,
and even before then.
Yeah, I mean, it is a primal urge, but I mean, at the same time, we're at a point now where we're so-called fucking civilized, where we can maybe intellectualize the actual realities of that shit and actually accept people instead of, you know,
certainly
dividing, you know.
Yeah, certainly, and the more we know about people in the out group, if you will, people who we wouldn't necessarily consider us, the more human they become to us, the more like us we see them to be. So I think it really comes down to ignorance, you know, willful or otherwise. I think it comes down to not having information.
It's totally ignorance. I mean, the fucking Cro-Magnons did not know who the Neanderthals were. Like, that was total fucking ignorance. It was black and white ignorance. It's what it was. But that's something we have to get past, and I don't think we've totally got past it at this point even.
No, not at all. I mean, look at the United States political system. It's pretty much bipartisan. There's two. There's us and there's them.
Yeah.
Here's a question I have then. Is it that when we're judging the whole us and them thing, are we judging what we think normal should be because of what we really think it should be, or are we taking mostly into account what other people think normal should be? Because I wonder. I
don't believe in normal.
Yeah, I don't really believe in normal either. I think it's more that people try to see reflections of themselves in others, and when they either don't have that reflection or have been told that it's not there, then this person is strange and alien to them.
Yeah.
And the reaction is either I hate that or I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
And just got a note from Jackie, who apparently isn't going to be able to talk much right now due to circumstances in her household. Hopefully we can discuss this again at some point so you can actually speak more.
Meanwhile, I can speak about
in terms of stigmas, though, Dragnaut, who unfortunately is not present today, and I'm not sure. I have to make sure that I actually have him on my invite list now that I'm on the new channel. He's been a champion of, you know, better education in poor regions, and he's been a very vocal voice in trying to champion that for quite some time. You know, because he knows the stigma that people get when they, you know, present themselves a certain way, and it's often not their case, and it's not even a cultural thing. It's an environment where language skills aren't as well focused. But if you take somebody that, you know, speaks with certain kinds of accents or that uses certain kind of linguistics, the chances of them getting a better job are actually less because of that snap judgment.
Yeah.
And this is something that, at least, it's one of the few areas where we can work to try and get ourselves not to be judged. And
yeah, no, that's true. I mean, language skills, the ability to present yourself is something that can be worked on. I mean, it has nothing to do with race, it has nothing to do with sex, it has nothing to do with religion, anything like that. It's It's just education is what it is. And, you know, there's definitely biases against that. Like, people are going to be biased against a certain person who can't, you know, explain themselves as well as someone who is probably a bit more educated in explaining themselves and communicating. And it's a sad fucking fact. It's a sad reality, and it's one that can be fucking changed. It really can be fucking changed, and it should be changed.
I've known quite a number
Does
of
go both ways, though.
I've known a couple people, like Boom, for example, that have speech impediments, that have worked their lives to try and get themselves to a point that they won't be judged.
Boom has a speech impediment?
Oh yeah, you haven't noticed what pattern? Yeah, he's worked really hard on it.
I've never noticed it, really.
Yeah, he must have worked very hard, because I've never noticed it.
Yeah, it's mostly only manifest now in the pauses, because he has a little bit of a Shatnerian, so to speak, presentation in the way he speaks.
Okay.
I myself, a couple of years ago, had a couple of mini strokes that hit the language center of my brain. I first started doing Hangouts to build up my confidence in speaking, but it still hits periodically. And Jackie also has a speech impediment as well. And the thing is, people are judged for this kind of thing too, and that's something that's, to some level, I'd say to a high degree, is somewhat beyond their control. And in Jackie's case, she just stated that she has to concentrate a lot when she's talking. And the problem is, we have, for example, also Phony Beatlemaniacs and his linguistic ability, which, I mean, I give him a hard time. Gary, that is, Phony Beatlemaniacs. I give him a hard time all the time because it gets so hard to understand him sometimes. And I know a lot of people that would, you know, just stop talking to a person based on this or judge them for it and what have you. And I think this is something that we should try to be aware with when dealing with others.
Yeah, totally true. I mean, there's definitely people who would not accept that. Like, for me personally, it doesn't occur to me, like, when I hear Jackie talk, it doesn't. Like the first time I saw Jackie on a Hangout, it was like, okay, whatever. It didn't resonate. It's just like Jackie's Jackie. That's it.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot more hate and a lot more I've been bullied a lot more for my cleft palate and my speech than I have actually for my hands.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. It didn't even fucking hit me, sort of.
That's because I tried really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm saying that it's like some people would probably, you know, judge that or some shit, but it was something that didn't even resonate with me at all. It's like okay, Jackie's talking, awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone else is talking, awesome.
Yeah, Jackie has good things to say.
Yeah.
In my case, it's always something else. It's, okay, Jackie's talking, this is a problem, get the puppies out because we need her to squeal because that's much more entertaining.
Well, that is disturbing. That's a disturbing thing because all of a sudden it becomes weird.
I hear Jackie's voice every time I see puppies now.
Yes! But moving on a little bit, in terms of more, you know, ways that we prejudge people and what have you. We've touched on a little bit things like how one is perceived based upon whether they communicate or whether they seem a little bit different, whether it be physiologically or if they have one of these little mental illness tags or something like this. But it's much more subtle than just that. Because, you see this all the time. It's almost impossible to go to a restaurant without noticing somebody treating the waiter or waitress like shit because, oh, they're just a waitress. And heaven forbid you see somebody working in line at any kind of, whether it be grocery store or supermarket, you know, anything along these lines. Heaven forbid a friggin' Walmart. And it's like there are these people that will go through line that seem to think that it is somehow okay to go up to that person working at the register and treat them like crap. because
Yeah.
somehow they are less worthy because of their job.
Yeah, and someone who has, speaking as someone who has worked retail, I'm actually a bit of an asshole in that fucking degree because I do call it fucking people when I see them do that shit. I get in their fucking faces, and
Yeah.
I've actually gotten into fucking fist fights because of that shit. But I don't like people treating fucking people who have to work their fucking shitty ass jobs and have to deal with these fucking assholes. So.
No, you want to talk about a group of folks that tends to prejudge very quickly? Waitstaff.
Oh,
We are, like, I used to wait tables for a very long time, so I still say we, but we are incredibly judgmental. Like, and racist as fuck when it comes to, only when it comes to the people that are getting sat in our section.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're always very happy when the table we expect to be annoying as fuck and terrible tippers turn out to be our favorite regulars ever.
And it's funny because I've seen people that are wait staff that have basically I've watched them basically profile people at times.
Oh yeah. We do.
There was one place that I was actually a regular at, and they got a new waitress, and my friend and I are sitting there, and he's wearing his leather jacket, this hat that was actually left over from it was actually a Confederate hat that had been passed down to his family that he wore every once in a while. No, he wasn't racist or didn't believe in any Confederate ideals. It was just a hat that had been in the family for like 150 years.
Yeah.
So he'd wear that periodically. He has that and this big old leather jacket on, and he's got these big old combat boots. And I, on the other hand, am sitting there wearing a white T-shirt with an plaid flannel shirt over that, and this huge frickin' heavy duster trench coat over that. The waitress wasn't giving us the time of day. But there was this other guy that was sitting like one table over diagonally that was, very well kept, very well groomed, and was getting the greatest service ever because she thought that's where the tip was coming from. And he kept looking at us like, I'm sorry, guys, we're just like, we just want coffee. We've been waiting for coffee for a half hour. And then finally the manager comes up from the back and we're like, Joe, what the hell's up with the new waitress? And at which point she pokes her head around the corners and sees us, sitting there bullshitting with her boss and is like, ugh.
She had shitty coworkers then, because usually waitstaff's pretty good about, letting others know when there's a regular in your section that you just haven't met yet when you're new.
Oh, no, she was giving her all the attention to the cute guy and ignoring just about everyone else and ignoring us the most. It was like, what the fuck? That she did not last long.
Yeah, because usually, I remember, like, several of who became my regulars had been other people's regulars. And they were simply regulars of the restaurant. They didn't really fight over the waitstaff. They were just, they wanted to sit in the smoking section. And so whoever was working the smoking section, they were going to be happy with. And, but yeah, a couple of times, and every time I got a new table that was a regular, I was told, either they don't tip well, but they're really patient and really chill, but they'll camp. But if you need them to leave because we need to clear, we need room for more people to come in because it gets really busy, they're really sweet, they'll cut out. That kind of thing. Like, I would get a rundown of what to expect from any regular. And usually it was, no, they're really cool.
Wow, I wonder what they used to say about me. Anyway, several different places. I was the weird guy sitting in the corner with pen and paper writing furiously.
You're the good kind.
There was this one waitress that I used to deal with. I know I'm going a little bit off topic. There's this one waitress I used to deal with that would come by, stop, and stand at my table and count to 10 every time she came by. Because this was the waitress I dealt with the most. And she figured out that if I'm in the middle of writing and I get interrupted, I'm going to be a rude motherfucker. But otherwise, I'll stop the sentence I'm working on and I'll be like, I'm fine, or could you get me whatever?
Yeah. No, you're like it's especially when it's slow, that's generally the best kind of regular. It's the person who doesn't do much, is just going to do their thing. And you stop by every now and again and check on them.
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Very simple.
But the interesting thing is that there is that profiling, there is that snap judgment, the stigma, the stereotype, whatever word you want to put to it, even within the people that work there.
Oh yeah.
But we run into this wherever we go. I mean, there was the Olympics not too long ago. What was it, 2 Olympic seasons ago? I can't remember. There was that one woman that, a phenomenal runner or whatever it was. I don't remember. And this girl was great, but she had her hair done the wrong way, or her outfit looked wrong, or whatever the hell it was, and people just started ridiculing her. It's like, she's an Olympic athlete. She's not a runway model. What the hell's the matter with you people?
Yeah.
And that's a media-driven thing. It's like someone picks up on that fucking story, and then like every media source jumps on it because everyone wants to have the fucking story. Everyone wants to have the fucking scoop. Fucking Olympic fucking runner, this and that, not dressing sexy. Like fuck off.
I think it was something about like the way she did her hair or something ridiculous.
Made her look like a communist or something. Like fuck off. Like Jesus Christ. It's like, this is a person who has dedicated their young fucking life to beating themselves into the ground to fucking get Olympic perfection, and that's something that you probably cannot fucking repeat. You do it basically one time, and if you fucking achieve gold medal, awesome, and you probably will never do it again. And what they fucking focus on is that her hair. They focus on her fucking hair.
As if the person isn't under enough pressure already.
Yeah. She's got sponsorship. She's got people who have backed her. She's got a lot of money behind her or whatever. And it's like, people are talking about her fucking hair?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking grow up. Fucking grow up. Get a fucking life. Fuck off. You're not doing it. You're sitting on some fucking blog on a fucking newspaper writing bullshit every week because you have to. You fucking idiot. You're not fucking running the fucking Olympics. You're a fucking idiot. Fuck off.
Now, I got to throw something in there because, this is the shuffle, and there is a rule pertaining to shuffles that I posit for some point to crack some joke about the X, so why the hell not? My daughter came over complaining about the way that her mother walks around, and every store she goes to, her mother and her new stepfather will sit there and, or relatively new, start, ragging on whoever they see. Oh, look at the way they're dressed. Look at the way their hair is. All this kind of weird, superficial crap. In addition to that, there have been actresses, beautiful actresses, mind you, on varied shows that she'll be like, oh, well, I'm glad they killed that character off because I couldn't stand the way her lips were shaped. Oh, she had all the weird stuff. Now, I know none of you have seen my ex, but regardless, this is certainly proof that they have no mirrors in their house. Never use them. But this need that so many people seem to have to just ridicule. I mean, beyond simple stereotypes, just to ridicule other people. Now, granted, in shuffles, we'll sit there, we'll give each other a hard time and this and that, and it's usually mostly in fun. But this need to ridicule, there seems to be so many people that the only way they seem to be able to bring themselves up is to put others down.
TV feeds that, doesn't it? Though, like especially these days, TV really feeds it. Like you see fucking Honey Boo Boo and her family, and you feel better about yourself because I'm not like those fucking freaks. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
but that's what reality TV is all about. It's like you see these fucking people. It's like I'm not like those fucking freaks.
Well, you can go to the ones that, don't have the quote-unquote less fortunate, but have the more fortunate, and go to, who was it, Paris Hilton, or whatever the fuck it was that had that show. It's like, wow, this rich girl's really stupid. She's a dumb... here's somebody that, she's... money coming out of her arse.
Yeah.
Yet at the same point, oh, great, we can pick on her for being this way and that way and the other way, ha ha ha, and this is entertainment now.
That is what TV is now. It's about making fucking people who watch TV feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
And that is why TV is fucking dying. TV is almost fucking dead. Most people who watch serious fucking television they watch it on fucking Netflix or something other service. They don't watch their TVs anymore. So that's where TV has gone. TV has become it's not even the lowest common denominator anymore. It's fucking below that.
Another thing that I've ran into that I think is frustrating is, now I'll give Carson a hard time, and we'll crack jokes that are, we'll just say, off color, and we.
I think there's a double entendre there.
Off color, but I'll rag on people, every ethnicity, including my own, because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
But it's joking around. It's meant to be good fun. It's among friends kind of thing. Yet at the same point, I do this well knowing that there have been plenty of situations where I've been judged based upon the color of my skin.
Yeah.
And I generally just, brush it off that here's an idiot, there's an idiot. But since I don't really tend to look at the world in that kind of way in any realistic manner, I don't look at things like, well, you're this way because you're that, or this way because you're that kind of thing. I just kind of think people are people. Mm-hmm. And so it's jarring when I come across it, but I live, so to speak, I've always lived in, towns, cities, environments where that's never been that big a factor. Been a little bit more since I've been in some areas of Texas. But in general, I didn't grow up in that kind of environment, so I was a little bit blind to the fact that it really does happen in some areas. And I did a hangout a while ago where I was sitting there, saying we've grown so much. I mean, most of the shit doesn't really seem to happen anymore. And I had roughly half of the room was of a different ethnicity, and they laid it down. They fucking laid it down. This can actually be found on the 13 Heathens channel. By the end of it, my personal viewpoint had changed significantly.
It's pretty fucking jarring, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
I'll say the same. Like I've grown up in a very fucking, like where I live, it's a very sheltered environment from that sort of thing. Like you don't see fucking racism, you don't see bigotry really up front at all. Like it really does not happen where I live, and when you do encounter it, it was very fucking eye-opening for me. Like it was something that made me sit back and fucking think about shit for quite a while. Like,
well, I mean, we all in a way live in our own little microcosm, and once we start going out beyond that microcosm and get a, so to speak, more macrocosmic view of the greater society, it is absolutely jarring. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, you kind of get those moments when you're, like, finally out on your own, and you start realizing certain things about the world.
Yeah, I was incredibly surprised that Carson was black. I was shocked.
What?
It just threw me off. I was like, holy fuck, I'm talking to a black man. Holy fuck.
No. I actually have to tag onto that joke. Now, I'm not sure if it was that hangout or one of the others I did around that time period, but I did a hangout in which Polymath was hanging out, and I don't know if y'all have met Polymath. Now, the image that he has is of a famous physicist, white physicist, of course, and he speaks like a dorky little white guy. There's no other way to put it. And we're sitting there talking, we had him in the call, and I was illustrating how we tend to make snap judgments, because of the tone of a voice or the way a person talks.
I remember that hangout. That was funny.
And then I asked Polly to turn on his camera. And everyone was like, holy shit, Polymath's black. And everyone was taking up. Now, I'll have to say, he looks a little bit towards the Urkel side of the scale, but it caught everyone off guard. And I was so glad he joined, just because he was a perfect example. Because online, when it comes to these kind of things, we can hide behind squirrel pictures. Or strange fitting patterns, or just big old COA signs. And people will, instead of judging you for what you look, they start judging you for what your image is, or what your ID is.
True.
I've had many people come to me, and when I'm on the 13 Heathen IDs, I'll sit there, come in, and they expect a certain thing just from the name.
Yeah, no, they judge you on your persona. They don't judge you on your actual personality or what you're
No,
about.
literally, there were people that saw the name 13 Heathens and immediately had all these assumptions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What assumptions, if I may ask?
Talk to Ren and Raw. They were two of the ones that pointed out that they had already concluded just seeing the name what kind of person I was. Checked out my channel and was like, wow, was I fucking wrong?
I imagine they just had to see the word heathen and they knew exactly. This guy's a fucking atheist and he's a Christian killer, and if he had a chance, he'd shoot them in the faces with a shotgun.
And since we're on that line for the moment, I just have to say, well.
Mm-hmm.
Reprobates.
Alex Botton, I think you would kill Christians if you had the chance.
Did I miss G-Man? Was G-Man coming in here earlier?
No.
No, he never showed up.
You asked for an invite, he didn't show, and I think we're full again now.
Yeah. Well, I just want to take this moment to say fuck you, G-Man, because I think you're a piece of shit.
Well, regardless if you were to come in, I already told everybody to play nice.
Wait. I think he said he wanted to wait for a friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Oh, well.
was Tanya that friend? I'm not sure.
We're all friendly. We're all friendly to G-Man.
I was going to say Tanya should be on my list, but she might not have done a really horrible job bringing over my circles from the old channel. Really poor job, I might add.
I just want to say, G-Man, I'll be your friend, dude. I'll be your friend.
I won't.
I might punch you in the fucking kidneys, and but I'll be your friend, G-Man.
Is G-Man asking to be friends in the comments or something?
No, he was asking for a link.
Anyway. Yeah, I sent it to him a while ago. I'm assuming you got it. I don't know.
He was probably asking to eat a dick.
Yeah, I understand. I agree with your sentiment. Where are we at time-wise here? Because I think it might be time for topics. Yes, it is time to shuffle topics. So we have another topic to bring up.
Another shuffle topic.
Puppies.
Yeah.
Is Ebola gonna kill everyone? No.
Discussion about puppies, and you missed it. And at one point, we were trying to figure out what the appropriate weight was to grow a puppy to before feeding it to the dragon in your garage.
About 8 pounds.
Yeah, what I was really wondering is the best method for taking the fur off of a puppy. Because, I mean, it'd just be gross.
The dragons, they can get that off easy themselves. They actually prefer the fur on because that way they know when they're cooked.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, Heraclin.
Yeah?
Do your Lucifer voice.
I don't have a Lucifer voice.
Yeah, you do.
That's your Lucifer voice, right? I thought you were the devil.
This is, I want to be a devil. But I'm an aspiring devil.
Oh.
Devilface.jpg.
Okay, now if you want tips on how to properly do a Lucifer voice, you have two choices. There were two characters within the text that actually went by that name. One of them was Jesus, and we generally leave that one to Nodvik when he's around. And the other, of course, would be the King of Babylon. So if you're going to try and do that, you have to first off figure out what the hell a Babylonian accent would sound like.
Probably very Jewish.
Oh, no, that was a different country that took over and enslaved the Jewish people, so...
But why wouldn't Lucifer use an accent?
It would probably sound similar to Iranian.
Because
it would sound closer to Iranian than anything else, because Persian is the closest you're gonna get.
That's racist, Kevin. You're just saying all Iranians are fucking Satanists.
Whatever.
Come on now.
Whatever. Yeah. Racist.
No. Lucifer was the king of Babylon. What in the world are you talking about Satanism?
Hashtag not all Satans.
Okay.
Hashtag not all Satans.
No. The character Lucifer in the Bible was the king of Babylon.
Huh?
Or was it the king of Tyre?
King of Babylon, or was it the Prince of Tyre? It was one or the other.
Yeah,
I would like to
tired.
point out, I am not the Lucifer that's on G+. That's not me.
Yeah,
Alex.
Yeah, well, sure. Alright.
Okay, cause so I was gonna say it's like if you were like connecting to the Lucifer as in the fallen angel enemy of God shit, like what the fuck would he even use an accent? He would just be Lucifer. He'd just be like,
No. That's Lee. That's retcon.
okay.
That's about 12th century technically.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, that was a retcon. They decided to put in a new origin story at some point later down the road.
I apologize. My understanding of bullshit was not up to date in the understanding of other people's bullshit.
Yeah, that's right, man. You have to go to bullshit.com and get a weekly email.
Fuck it. Carson, you have to send me bullshit every week now. Keep me up to date.
Well, actually, hang on. I think I might be able to help with this a little bit better than Carson. I have an ex-girlfriend, and her grandparents own a ranch out in Louisiana. So I could certainly see about packing up some bullshit and sending it to you if you'd like. Now, mind you, we're talking quality shit here because they're Black Angus cows.
So you're gonna send it to Alex so he can send it to what's his face? Lee. I think it might get lost in transit. Somebody's gonna take that shit. It's really quality shit. It's gonna get stolen.
Well, it's Black Angus, highly sought after. Yeah. The cows are, at least. Not the shit, the cows.
McDonald's probably take it.
McDonald's might make a burger out of it.
I don't know. If McDonald's actually made a Black Angus burger? Holy fuck. That would be, like, weird for them.
Okay, time for me to go.
Oh.
Good night, Jack.
Good night, sweetheart.
We're going for real this
Take
time.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And there goes Kevin.
Yeah.
Sex!
Yeah, he's just here for the jack.
Baby, let's cruise.
No, there's a lot of. Oh, Alex, stop. I love you. Please stop.
I'm actually saying that this was only going to run for about an hour and a half, but we're still going, and it's heading on to 2 hours, so we'll see how we're going in about another 20 minutes.
Okay. There's been a lot of cases of mistaken identity with me for some reason. People thought I was the same person as Redline for a while there, and claimed that I'm Lucifer. I am neither of those people.
I laughed at the red line one because I could see why people will say that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
There's a vague similarity in voice, but his voice has a little bit.
Yeah, it really does.
A little whine at the tail end of some words.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get how.
So we're saying it's not Redline, but how are you not Lucifer?
He totally is.
Wink. No.
How are you not the ruler of hell, sir?
Oh, no, there's a character on G Plus impersonating Lucifer.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'm just having fun.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to enforce a certain degree of textural correctness here. Lucifer, Lightbringer, either Prince of Tyr or King of Babylon, I forget which. Not the devil. That's a different character.
Well, shit. Well, fuck. How are you not the King of Babylon, sir?
Well, we'll go with that, assuming that it's not Prince of Tyr, because I forget which one that friggin' is. It's been a while. I haven't been paying attention lately.
So who the fuck is the devil supposed to be then?
Okay, do we want a history lesson on this? Or?
If it is brief and concise, and yes, I would love a history lesson on the devil.
Okay, in accordance to Judaic lore, the character of Hasatan. Now, depending on the view, and because there's different views within Judaism, the character of Hasatan is either simply a loyal servant of God who's tasked with basically testing people, or he's hang on, puppy, what are you whining about? Stop it. Or alternately, it can be any person acting in the place of the accuser.
I've heard that one. I've definitely heard that.
Yeah, there's actually a channel that's on here that's basically Learn Judaism that actually has a pretty good talk on this, explaining it. Now, what they leave out is how things morphed during the end of the Second Temple period. The Second Temple period was around the time of the encroachment of Greece. Now, the First Temple period was still predominantly, well, they were still round about the land of Canaan, around the time that Egypt still controlled a good portion of that, and prior to them being enslaved by Persia, then Babylon, then I forget what the third one was, and the final one just said, "Go home. We don't want slaves. Get out of here." But it was during this Second Temple period, particularly around the time that the Greco-Roman Empire had control of that region, that people of the Hellenistic tradition were put in charge of the temple. This was around the time of the writing of the Book of Jubilee and several other books, which are now predominantly considered to be heretical by modern believers of Judaism. But it was during this time that they started anthropomorphizing this Hasatan character, and he started shifting from being a loyal servant of God to being the evil adversary, the enemy of God, and this is when that started shifting, and it was predominantly due to that Hellenistic heretical teachings that were going on during the tail end of that Second Temple period. There are quite a number of scholars, actually, that have basically stated that their view, after reviewing the text and what have you, is that Jesus could have actually been speaking out against the heretical teachings that were brought in during that Second Temple period, trying to bring it back to earlier Judaism. And I think that's an interesting perspective, but I don't think that it can necessarily be verified, so we'll leave it that as it is. It's just speculation more than anything else, regardless of what evidences they tend to provide. We'll never really know.
No, thanks, 13. That's interesting.
But this was also the time period that things like the devil and what have you started being brought in as an actual person, an actual adversary. But generally the way that it's used in the text, though, in the Greek text of the New Testament, is diablos, which parses out as someone who acts in the place of Hasatan.
Yeah, because that was definitely something that I've heard before, where it was like he's an agent of God, actually. Like, yeah, that was something I've heard before. Cool. Thank you, sir.
Of course you've heard it before. You watch my videos, don't you?
Well, I've watched some of your videos.
Oh. Well,
I did all of them.
I actually did do one talking about that. I think it's called "The Devil's Not in the Details," and it's talking a little bit about this. And this is before I did my full research into it, mind you, that I put that video up there. But I did include a clip from that Learn Hebrew thing with a link to the original video, in which they're talking about Hasatan and the role of that and what it potentially means. Now, if you talk to somebody like Gavriel, who's a friend of mine on here, who's also Jewish tradition, his take on Hasatan is slightly different in that he thinks that, it's just this one individual character as anyone acting in that role.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
So there is differences within the Jewish perspective, certainly. And that's something that always needs to be accounted for, is that, just like with Christianity, there's going to be differences of opinion from sect to sect.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's not some evil character. The snake is the most subtle of beasts in Jewish lore. The snake is a snake. It's not the devil or any of this other stuff. That's something that's a uniquely Christian interpretation of the serpent in the garden.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Okay, now that we've had a little bit of learning Hebrew and ancient history, I'm going to let the dog out.
Alright, this was Learning Hebrew and Ancient History by 13 Heathens here on the Assembly Shuffle. When we come back from commercial break, we're going to have more questions for
Beautiful reality.
Beautiful reality is going to sit here and talk about booty and sexuality, and it's going to be really, really tight.
When we come back, we have a guest here who's going to show us how to drop it like it's hot.
So, Alex, how does it feel to be a bisexual man with a massive penis?
How wouldn't it feel?
Good, I suppose. Good.
I will. Sorry. Vince is home. He says hi. And apparently there's a video which Carson needs to see. And since Carson is on a phone or a tablet or something, this is problematic.
Well, what's it called?
Can you not send him a link somewhere?
Is this something that's okay to share with the world, or is this something horrifying?
This is something on YouTube, and it might be horrifying for Carson, but it's not horrifying for any of the rest of us.
Okay.
I am very curious.
Okay, Rose, give me the link. Give me the link.
Okay, I will Skype the link over to 13. And muting so that Vince can read it off to me.
Okay, alright.
I will mute you. Oh wait, you have your little thumb mute thing.
Is this,
yes.
Can this potentially scar me for life?
It
I know
might.
you probably won't remember it after this night, so it probably won't be that bad.
Alright, because, I would like to, maintain the bit of sanity I have left. And,
let's see.
Yeah.
Man, now I'm thinking about what all it would take to even operate a church.
A lot of violence and intimidation. Are you up to that? Could you intimidate people with violence?
No. Stop. That's completely unfair. There was a church that was set up on the West Coast quite a number of years ago that went around. They talked about unity and peace and love and everyone getting together and building a better society. And I mean, they really meant it. They had a really strong movement going. They got a whole bunch of people motivated, and they moved down to Guyana. People's Temple.
Yeah, and they drank Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Kool-Aid's great. I endorse Kool-Aid. I just don't endorse religious Kool-Aid drinking.
Well, actually, I got in an argument with Phony Beetle Maniacs about that particular cult at one point. And
Was he in favor of that cult?
Hang on, no. He said that when the cult committed suicide, Jim Jones was an atheist, and an out atheist.
Jim Jones was a fucking nutcase. It doesn't matter what the fuck he was.
Yeah, I know, but Gary gave me some bullshit evidence, and I checked into it, and I'm like, no, that's crap. And I went to look deeper, and come to find out, yeah, they actually had switched from the Christian ideology to this weird communist ideology, and they did in the name. They committed suicide in the name of communism. Strange.
Yeah, and to bring those people into that shit, he gave a pseudo-religious shit.
Yeah.
And then he killed a bunch of fucking people, including himself, and a fucking, reporter or some shit who came in to do a fucking story on them.
Actually, it was a congressman that had gone in to talk with him. I believe there were some reporters that went with them.
Yeah.
But there was also a congressman that went down there as well.
I just want to feed people spaghetti and tell stories about pirates.
Well, you see that's an honorable ambition. It is an ambition I would support. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of killing going on in that ambition. So definitely, yes, spaghetti, pirates. Not necessarily spaghetti, of course. You could have rigatoni, frigatoni, whatever.
Okay.
Stick that in there.
In any case, at the request of Rose, I'm going to queue up an Onion video. I'm going to ask folks to mute for a moment if it's not too much of a bother. And give me a second to get my sound squared on this. And present everyone, and click on my little cell. Are we ready? And let me click on the right window.
effects of marijuana use confirms that everyone knows you're high and that you'll most likely never stop feeling like this. According to the American Journal of Medicine, you're not making any sense and everyone thinks you're weird.
Everyone can smell the marijuana on your breath and on your clothes. Everyone is laughing at you.
Dr. Philip Blanton of Harvard studied the effects of THC on the brain, concluding that the smell of marijuana smoke will likely stay on your clothes for months, and also that you've been telling the same story for 5 minutes. Additionally, the in-depth report reveals that despite trying to act cool, you're definitely laughing too much and everyone is messing with you.
Your parents know you're high. Your friends know you're high. Strangers on the street know you're high. If you're young and you smoke marijuana, you will probably never be able to find a job. If you're an adult, you will most likely find it. If you hear a noise, that's probably the police, and you're probably going to jail.
While previous studies suggested that it's all good and that we're all made of the same stuff that makes stars, new research indicates that your brain got broken and you shouldn't have done this. Doctors say the study raises important questions such as, what if that wasn't just marijuana, and how are you going to get home?
This is forever. This is the new reality.
Next up, a new poll shows that kinky Americans feel the country is on the wrong track, and they like it.
Okay, there we go.
Oh my god. That was fucking beautiful.
I haven't smoked fucking marijuana since I was fucking 24, and that's fucking bullshit. So
don't you miss it?
No. Hang on. Wait. I got to cut you off there. For those of you that are unfamiliar with The Onion, you can find it at, I think it's onion.com.
Is that an Onion video?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I totally...
And there's also an Onion YouTube channel. It is satire and funny as shit.
Okay, I was beaten.
Crap.
They're great at what they do.
The only way I can get away with featuring other people's material is to give them a plug, so let me just finish the plug. So, of course, articles like this and others, for example, Mysterious Sound Heard, and many others can be found on their channel, and they've got some really fun stuff. So check out The Onion.
Okay, well, that's awesome. But, I mean, that was so dead on to what, like, Fox News would have fucking said. That it's like,
yeah.
Like, no one... Yeah, that's the thing. No one told me it was The Onion, so it's like, okay. And like I said, I haven't smoked fucking weed in like fucking 15 fucking years.
I love how they had the whole thing when they were like, "There's a door. That's probably the police."
You okay with their Carson?
Around the last election, there was a good solid, I'd say, 6 months that I couldn't tell the difference between Fox News and The Onion.
It's like kicking the fucking Pepsi.
It's so funny because it's like they're trying to rile you up and like get people nervous. It doesn't work on me, man. I have a tolerance.
No, you're pretty calm, dude. You're pretty mellow.
I think I've met dead people that might have been less calm. Hell, my mother, now that I think of it.
Oh, man.
Anyway, she looked pissed in the grave. Good.
Oh, God. You know, speaking of that, I have a sad story I want to say.
Oh, no.
The guy who created the Hokey Pokey has died.
Oh, shit.
They had a hard time putting him in his casket.
Did they put the left foot in and the left foot out?
Yeah, they
God,
man, they put his left arm out.
You got me.
Oh.
Put his left arm in.
Yeah.
Nodvik.
That was good. I'm gonna remember that.
Oh, man.
Tanya, for some reason your icon makes me remember Daria.
Oh. I remember her.
I loved Daria.
Yeah.
I used to.
That was on MTV, wasn't it?
Yes, it was on after The Head Saves Earth, which you do not remember.
In the 90s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember watching cartoons. Oh my god, the 90s. MTV every night. I used to watch Aeon Flux, and then like Beavis and Butthead, and after that there'd be like a few hours of music videos.
And even you do not remember The Head Saves Earth.
The Head Saves Earth sounds familiar.
There was a
Nobody
show
remembers.
I loved. It was I think it was on MTV. It was called My So-Called Life.
Mhm.
It
Oh,
was,
I remember that.
oh, I loved that. I was like addicted to that show. I even like dyed my hair the same color, red as that one girl, the main girl. I was like, I so wanted to be her when I was a teenager.
Yeah,
It was
they
funny.
canceled that show, right?
Do what?
Yeah.
They canceled that show, and a lot of people,
Yeah,
what the hell?
yeah. It was a pretty good show, I thought.
A lot of folks was like, what the hell? Like, why did you just take that show off?
If you're gonna complain about any show being canceled that was too good to be canceled, it should either be like Animaniacs or Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Firefly.
I love the Animaniacs.
Everybody loved Animaniacs.
Firefly.
You're required to love Animaniacs by the word of Jesus,
Oh,
because
she's
if you
one
don't
of
love
those.
Animaniacs, you go to hell.
Firefly.
Hey, actually, are you guys up for one more fun video?
Sure.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Now, it's an oldie but goodie. For those of you that are not familiar with Edward Current, he made a
yes.
real fun videos a while ago, and then he stopped. And since we were discussing him yesterday, and I consider some of these things to be classics, what the fuck? So, once again, y'all know the drill. Get this going. Unmute. Give me some volume. Come on.
He's the most famous person who ever lived. But is he ready to lead? How much do you really know about the self-styled Prince of Peace? Millions of innocent Americans like you are going bankrupt and losing their homes. But Jesus thinks being poor just makes them blessed. Meanwhile, Jesus thinks middle-class working families should give their hard-earned money to the poor. Sounds like another way to say he'll raise your taxes. If he's allowed to scheme his way into the White House, he'll put himself, or a bureaucrat, between you and your own doctor. Jesus once said that he and God the Father are one, but he also said they're separate. If Mr. of Nazareth can't decide what he is, how can he be commander-in-chief of the greatest country in the world? Jesus worked as a community organizer. What? You might think Jesus is for family values, but his own family includes a prostitute and 12 bachelors. Jesus says that we should love our neighbor. But can we afford to give out free love to the world's evil nations? After 9/11, Jesus would have had us turn the other cheek to Osama bin Laden. And that's exactly what he'll do if he's in office when the terrorists strike. Again, which they will soon. Jesus Christ. Wrong for your family, wrong for America.
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Oh my god. That was awesome, man.
That's fantastic.
It's a shame he isn't around anymore.
Yeah.
He goes, but yeah, if you haven't checked out his channel, just look up Edward Current. He's great.
How old is that video about?
That's
3 years.
Oh, okay.
Here's another classic for you. It's not by Eddie Current, but it's on the same level.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about the Stoner Cosmos video.
Oh, that was. Did you see it? You watched it?
I want to see that right now.
Yeah.
If you can pull that up.
You must.
If you love the new Cosmos, you're gonna.
That would be great to watch together right now with you.
Did you cue that up, heathen?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna cue it up. How's it going, Reckler?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I know.
Hey, Tanya, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing okay.
You just
Chill.
done with me out.
This is
We're at that point of high now, are we, Carson?
huh?
We're at that point of high now, are we, Carson?
What do you mean?
Yes,
You're totally freaking him out.
start changing from that regular demeanor, trying to drop your voice and get that kind of sexy, sultry thing going on. Sorry.
Wait, this is how I normally talk at this time of night, man.
At this time, meaning when you're this hot, yes.
Yeah.
That's right, Venus Flytrap gonna talk to you, babies. He's gonna sit here and smooth you out and get
But,
some
I mean,
sweet
you know,
tunes.
I'm flattered. You think it's pretty
Venus
awesome.
Flytrap gonna come up with this here sweet tune. We're gonna get some jive going, babies. We're gonna have some women talking. We're gonna smooth this out, and we're gonna play right now James Brown, one of his slowest tunes. Hit it.
Oh my god, I'm tripping, dude. I'm tripping.
James Brown ever had a slow tune.
True. You have destroyed my facade, sir.
You got him. Good job, Alex.
That is not,
Alex,
what's up?
do you actually?
No.
No, he doesn't.
What?
Stop dodging the question, Alex.
Wait.
The fallacy.
What's the question?
You heard me.
Do I actually what?
That's what I said. Go on, answer.
This reminds you of that one time I accidentally 96 megabytes of RAR files.
Do I what?
He was talking about the files being raw.
Defiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I accidentally them.
What? What
No.
is going on?
I think the question is, do you actually hate the white rice?
You know,
Yes. Do you hate the white rice?
Yeah, let's just ask him.
Oh god.
Wait, what?
Do you hate the crackers?
Oh god.
The saltine crackers?
I have to respond to this with a picture.
What the hell is going on?
Images. Yes, it's here. White flour.
You guys are killing me, man.
That's too much.
I gotta get that for my cousin.
White flour. That would be so funny to be wearing right now. Holy shit. I would rock that shit. I would.
White flour. Oh, that's horrible.
White flour. We can bake a lot of shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carson, I need to ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
Okay, there's something I want you to do for me, okay?
What's up?
Banana artichoke saltine soup chocolate ladle flake.
What?
Quiet. Don't. No, only he's allowed to say what. I'm trying to see if I can make his head explode.
Wait, say that one more again.
Banana artichoke saltine soup chocolate ladle flake.
Banana artichoke chocolate souffle.
So, Alex, do you often?
Brunch.
So often what?
God damn! Don't make
Great.
this. Don't make Alex's fucking head explode like the fucking scanners or some shit. Holy fuck!
No.
Yeah,
Wait.
Oh god.
Complete the sentence, please. Person with green helmet icon. Complete the sentence, please.
Mm-hmm.
Sentence was complete.
He said, "Do I often what?" What is
complete sentence?
Yeah, that.
Carson, I think you'd understand once you've been as far as decided to use even go on to do look more like.
Oh, he left before I could kick him for not speaking in complete sentences. Damn it.
Oh,
well.
Oh, what the hell, man?
I think you won another round, Carson.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, your cam is indeed off.
What?
I was just asking if somebody's cam was off. I said yes. Yes, it is.
And it's not here.
Yeah, my camera is off too. That's actual live feed of me talking. That's a still shot picture.
No,
Yeah.
Tanya, your camera's totally on. That's why it reminded me of Daria.
Oh, stop that.
We enjoyed the pulsating Carson head.
What?
Hey, man, camera's not here, man.
Yeah. It's very fucking trippy. Every time Carson talks, it's just this pulsating Carson head.
What?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What happened?
You're almost like the fucking Buddha, like sticking his head through the clouds or some shit.
Ceiling cat is watching you masturbate.
What the hell is he talking about? Oh my god.
Your pulsing head every time you talk.
Yeah, you don't know Ceiling Cat? Holy fuck. Dude.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Come on, Ceiling Cat is watching all of us.
Yeah.
And he's masturbating a lot.
Ceiling cat is watching you hang yourself. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
No. Oh my god.
You have to look up Ceiling Cat, Carson. You really do. You need to know who's watching you.
Okay, let me see if I can find an image of Ceiling Cat here. Give me a second.
There we go.
Yeah, I gotta find some. Wait, you got a Ceiling Cat for us, somebody?
If you guys never seen the video called Llamas with Hats, it is the funniest cartoon you'll ever see.
Only if you're in Colorado.
Do any of these llamas spit on people?
No, but they do worse.
Llama duck.
You need to watch it. It's called
Llamas with Hats. I will remember that.
And I want to see that in here just to hear you guys' reaction because it is the funniest thing ever. He's like, Carl.
Found Ceiling Cat. Let me get this. Here we go. Okay, well, let me set the mood here, and we will do a little present to everyone with this shit.
Oh my fuck, look at his devil eyes.
This is Ceiling Cat, okay?
No,
Now, if you'll allow me, Carson, I'd like to read from the Bible. Okay? Oh, hi! In the beginning, Ceiling Cat made the skies and the earths, but he did not eat them. The earth had shapes and had dark face, and Ceiling Cat rode an invisible bike over the waters. At start, he was light. At start has no light, and Ceiling Cat says, "I can has light," and light was. And Ceiling Cat saw the light and see stuff and splitted the light from dark, but that was okay because kittens see in the dark, and no trips on nothing. And Ceiling Cat said, "Light day and dark no day. It were first."
Okay, well, I might feel the urge to convert from fucking Flying Spaghetti Monster to Ceiling Cat at this point.
This is actually the wall.
No, you can't turn away from his noodly glory.
I don't know. I might have to. I mean, Ceiling Cat, come on.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to switch to the cat religion, you have to follow either Long Cat or Tagnol.
What?
I personally am more partial to Tagnol.
What? I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, all I know is I like cats more than I like noodles.
Long Cat and Tagnol are the patron deities of the internet cat religion.
Oh shit. Well, I'll have to beef up on that shit then.
Let's see if I can find a good picture of Long Cat versus Tagnol. Yes, I can. First thing that popped up. Share screen. Long Cat versus Tagnol.
Long Cat.
Okay, let me get that up here. Oh, yes.
Oh shit, that's a dark, evil fucking looking cat there fucking facing a really light, bright, awesome cat.
The dark one is Tagnol, the light one is Long Cat.
Shit.
It looks like every cat I've ever fucking seen.
It inspires me though. Fuck the noodles.
Oh.
Fuck spaghetti, fuck Italians. Yeah.
That was bogus.
I didn't say fuck black people. Come on, get over it.
Okay, this one's just weird. There shouldn't be a fiery one.
Whoa, shit! What is he? What's the
He-
fire?
he's-
What the fuck's the fire you on?
He's not real. He's
No way! I
he's
saw
some
the picture.
imaginary spin-off sect.
Is he in the in between of good and evil? Is he like a medium?
Well, the thing is Longcat appeared before everyone in a fire, as you see here, and some people misinterpreted that to be a third deity.
I'm kind of thinking it's not a misinterpretation. I think it might be valid.
Okay, now incidentally, just for the sake of the audience, the reason why I went to the Lolcat Bible is because it didn't come up yesterday, or the day before. I did reference it while talking to some folks. And the section I referenced is actually, let's see now, what is it? Genesis 19:30, where we have Lot and his daughters. And where it says here, very simply, Lot went out of Zoar to the mountains with his daughters. He was scared of Zoar, so he lived in a cave with his daughters. Then the older sister looked at her younger sibling and says, "Dad's old and we've never seen another dude. Let's get him drunks and have some penis goes where? Then we can has kids for him to keep bloodline goes. Lol." Yeah, it's weird. It's actually a community project that a bunch of people got together and decided to translate the Bible into Lolcat speak. And it kind of went awry, and Leet speak starts creeping in more and more as it goes on, and it kind of goes to crap. But it's still kind of amusing.
Wow, religion's so confusing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why can't I just worship? Why can't I just worship a cat? Why do I have to consider the flaming cat and dark cat?
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sleep.
Well, take care, Queenie.
Night, everybody.
Good night. Have an awesome sleep.
We are thankful that we were able to help our parents and now this matter the rest of us. Coincidentally, we're at the 2-hour, 15-minute mark, roughly. And I was going to see about ending it here, but we've been told that Tanya, Galaxy Dreams, is currently in the shower and will be back shortly.
Oh, she'll be all clean.
She'll be wet, too.
Yeah.
Dries out properly.
So, well, damp at least, moist. That always sounds so dirty.
Yes.
Moist.
Am I watching a cat eating burgers and not eating carrots though?
Yeah, that's cheeseburger and apparently does not want carrot.
Is that supposed to be wait? Is that supposed to be taking place in paradise?
I don't know.
Well, I just want to know if there's cheeseburgers in paradise.
What happens if it eats the carrot? Does it die?
It says do not want, game over. I tried.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's a smart cat.
TLDR.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, she is not back yet, but I think that it's about time for us to see about taking the conversation online because we have.
Oh my god! Hellsoy is here. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Alex.
What's up, man?
Oh, I got a headache.
Oh, poor guy. I wish I could pass this bowl right through the screen.
Oh, I'd take a hit.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, anyway, as I was saying, we're now past the 2:15 minute. We're heading towards 2:17, 9, 10.
Did you just have a seizure just now? Like, that was kind of weird how you just did that.
What?
He was like, pa.
What?
I said we're at 2:17, 23, 24, 25. Give me a second. Get over yourself. In any case, I'm going to cut at this point so we don't run too long. Thanks to those of you who have watched. Like, share, favorite, whatever the fuck. I don't give a shit. Hell, thumb up, thumb down, I don't give a shit. If you want to check out more shuffles when they come up, subscribe, whatever the hell. Anyway, have yourselves a good night.
And